Hello guys, it's Linx here. I'm doing my third blog and I'm trying to do this on a regular basis, so I'm going to at least talk about something once a day. So let's go ahead and get things started. So I talked last time a little bit about my awakening experience, so I wanted to talk a little bit more into that to give you guys what happened to me in my childhood and hopefully helps others through theirs, but kind of gives them a reassurance that they're not the only ones if they've gone through something similar. So I took some notes because it's kind of a lot to it, and I want to make sure that I'm telling an accurate depiction of what it is to me. So it started when I was 14 years old. It was probably within a year or two of moving, not really moving, but kind of settling into a new area. So while I was there, my brother had these giant boombox stereo speakers, and I kind of had them actually on top of my dresser, and that's where I listened to a lot of my music, jammed with my friends, and just had a lot of fun. Well, one night I was sitting there probably around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I don't even know what I was doing. I think I was either just talking with some friends on my phone, or I didn't even have a TV at that time, so it was just the speakers. And that's another thing, is there was no other electronics in there, and it gets to the point. But all of a sudden I heard almost like a vibration, kind of like what you hear from the sound of bass. And it caught my attention. I can't explain it other than that, and that I felt the wave or the vibration actually, I don't know, go through my body. And when that happened, I looked at my stereo, and my stereo's sound was on. I don't know, it didn't feel like a normal bass sound again, so I don't know if that was something else or if that was bass, but the bass was on at that time with that low radiation. Like, I don't know if any of you have had stereos before, but in some of the speakers, you'll have like some of the sound just kind of echo inside of the speaker. So that's what was happening. Can't explain it. I had the video off. Never acted up before then, nor did it act up anytime after. But at that point, I ended up falling asleep probably like 10, 15 minutes afterwards. I wasn't drawn to fall asleep or anything like that. I casually fell asleep. But when I went to bed, I had a very lucid and vivid dream. And what that dream, which I don't know if you guys heard, that's my cat. Her name's Willow, she's Calico. And because I'm a wolf, I have ADD, so I just focused right on that and forgot about my story. So back to the story. So yeah, I was a wolf. And while I was a wolf in this very vivid dream, and when I mean vivid, I mean like I'm myself, but I'm not myself at the same time. Like, it's almost as if you're peering through somebody else's eyes, is what it was like for me. So as I was going through this forest, I started running, prancing. Yeah, I don't know why I said prancing, but yeah, apparently I was prancing. So I was running, and while I was running, I was tripping over, some rocks. So I don't know if like I was, off of my footing. I don't know what, but I was running, and I caught my bearings, and I kept running, and I had this sense of urgency in my heart, and I was running away from something. Not that I was being chased, but I was running away from something. I can't explain it other than that. And so I ended up continuing to run through this forest, and I'm darting and I'm dashing straight and weaving in between trees. Like, I know this place. Like, it's something that it's a place I've lived for a long time. That's the only way that I can really explain it. Kind of like you're going back to your house for the first time in a year after being away from a long time. But all of a sudden, and I can't remember how long I was running before this actually happened, or if it was within, a minute of when it started, I got hit by something, and it was something on my back. And I can't explain why, or what caused it. I don't know. I've had my theories about it. I don't know if it was a gunshot. I don't know if it was, another animal, or if it was, something falling on me, or something else. I don't know. But what's crazy, and is where I'm going to go show you now, is when I woke up, I had these marks on my back. And I woke up, and my back was actually bleeding. So that was the crazy part. So I have these scars, and when I showed my wife, I had to make up some elaborate ruse of what happened. But now that I can finally explain it to her, I don't know if you guys can see it as well, but there are these giant markings on my back. Back my camera. I don't know, to be honest, it's really hard to get over there. I think I might actually have something I can liquid it with. What is it? Selfie stick. Yeah, apparently those are still relevant. But, crazy shit. I didn't know what to do, and apologies for my language for anybody that's under the age of listening. Apologies, diminished disrespect. Just gotta call that out. I'm respectful. But, no, I really don't know what happened. So, that was kind of my awakening experience. And the reason I consider it an awakening experience, because I haven't even talked to you about the crazy part, is when I woke up, the wolf that I was seeing through the eyes of, that I didn't have any control over, I woke up still. I woke up in reverse, almost. Like it was a mesh of our two essences, spirit, soul, I don't know what it is, and we just became one entity, and it was at the age of 14, and I'm 25 now. There's a lot more to explain about myself, more than just this, and so I hope you guys aren't just basing it off of just me just rambling about it, but I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. What do you think it would have been?